Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this replay is one of mine again. Whole host of mine have become available just recently, and I'm on Fiery Salient and I'm in the Fifi, and this battle is interesting for what happens during the battle and what another Arty does when he comes to my rescue. Right, so you can see I'm starting the battle. I'm heading to the east, going to the firing position just on the other side of the river, the bushes, which gives good coverage and is slightly better protected than the other one, which is obviously where the Panzer Selbstverleger 4B is at the moment. I always mispronounce the name of that Arty, the Panzer 4. I always thought it was Panzer Staffel 4, but it's actually Panzer Selbstverleger, which is weapons carrier, a tank weapons carrier. Selbstverleger actually, and there's a kill there before I can even get zeroed in. So this is an encounter battle, so I'm obviously trying to prevent the enemy taking the cap and also occupying the hill from which they can dominate the cap. And I find that this position over the river does actually give you a better ability to control what's going on in the cap. Right, there's an M3 Lee, and he's approached the cap, rounds out, falls behind. Misjudged where he was actually moving, trying to get another shot out, rounds out, and that one fell short, but he's tracked now, so I will be reloaded before he can untrack. Rounds out, and I get a kill. Okay, we've got a Su-85B Soviet TD sitting on the railway line. Dials in the aim, rounds out, it hits the railway. Hits the railway carriage, but he's taken out just shortly afterwards. Okay, we've got on the main field we've got a Matilda. Now these are very slow, so rounds out, and I get a hit. 103. He's pulling back straight away. He realises a Fifi's on him. The moment you get a Fifi on you, you've got to get out of there quick. And another hit. 161 this time. Okay, he's gone unsighted, so I fire in a round speculatively. And no, there's nothing there. Not worth wasting any more ammo. So I'm looking for a target. There's a Hetz has been seen, a Panzer 1C, and of course there's the Panzer 1C. He's over on the other side of the battlefield. And there's somebody up on the hill. It's a Covenanter, and he's lost a lot of his health already. I fire a round on the fly straight away without letting it dial in. Fire another one on the fly, quick. This harasses him as he's coming down, and that makes him make bad decisions. Rounds out again, and again that falls behind. Now I'm trying to dial in the aim this time, but he's taken out before I can do anything. Okay, a Hetzer's come up the track, and somebody's in the cap. There was a Hetzer there. Round out. Explodes, but I see the other shell go in, so I know the Hetzer's still there. Rounds out. Hits the ground. Okay, that noise meant that somebody was travelling through the cap, but they didn't stop. They weren't capping intentionally, they was just travelling through. Okay, KV-1 up on the hill. Dial in the aim. He's moving about a bit, it's fidgeting. Rounds out. Just behind him. Okay, we've got another target over there. It's an Su-26, the Arty. Been found. Dial in the aim and rounds out. And that takes about a nice sizzle there. The HE round going off, making a nice sizzle. M2 medium, round out. And another sizzle. Rounds out. And that kills the M2 medium. Okay, so we've got 3 kills now. And the Hetzer has been seen. He's heading towards the cap, but he's taken out. There is somebody in the cap. We can't see it. And there's a Panzer 1C. Fire around on the fly. But that misses. Now the Panzer 1C is headed towards the cap, or is he skirting it? No, he's skirting it. Round out. It landed near, but he's obviously skirting the cap, trying to avoid it. Now I've lost sight of him now. Can't see him at all. I know he's around. There's the M41. The enemy M41's moving up to the cap. This very, very strange decision. And I take him out. Okay, so the T28, I can see him. Dialing in the aim. Rounds out. Side onto me. Should be easier to hit than hitting a barn door, but... Oh my god, what's around me? There's a tank right next door to me. And I'm getting hit. The Panzer 1C managed to locate me. And is now alongside me, trying to drill me full of holes. And of course I can't get my gun to bear on him because he's too small. He's much further below me, and he's firing APCR into me as much as he can, and I fire again and I miss, and I can't hit him because he's below my gun. And again he keeps firing rounds into me. They're bouncing off. And I'm thinking, oh dear, this is difficult. And I tried to squash him against the back, but that doesn't work. And then suddenly, all of a sudden, rounds are coming in from everywhere, trying to take this Panzer 1C out. And then, he's behind me again. And he explodes. And what happened? The Arty on my team fired and took out the Panzer 1C while he was alongside me. And of course I thanked him immediately for saving my neck. That's why it was amusing. It was just that one Arty coming to the rescue of another Arty, and I've seen that happen since. But to have an enemy sitting alongside you and there's nothing you can do about it was very frustrating. And I said thank you to whoever saved me. I didn't actually at the time know that it was the Panzer 4B because the Panzer Selbstverleiter B, because it was I didn't see where the shell came from. And the Panzer says it was the other Arty mates. So very nice of him. There's the Panzer 4 KV-1S, the last enemy, and he's up on top of the hill. And so we start putting shells into him to wipe him out. And unfortunately our Skoda T24 was taken out with that. But everybody's firing at this KV-1S. And he's retreating as fast as he can. But I don't think it's going to help him. And I'm almost loaded. And he stops. Rounds out. An explosion on the ground means he's probably pulled away. I've only got 2 rounds of HE left, but we have completed the cap. So I fire in a round anyway, and it does go in. So I get a hit right at the end, even though the last enemy was not killed. So if we go to the end of battle stats, and we can see it was only a 3rd class tanker for general disturbance in the FIFI. I got a bruiser medal for scoring at least 5 critical hits, module damages or crew incapacitations. I got a fighter badge because I scored at least 4 kills. And I got a badge that you don't normally get in the FIFI that often. I got a Shellproof because the total damage blocked by my armour exceeded the hit points of my vehicle. So that Panzer 1C tried to drill me full of holes, and all he did instead was give me a badge. I also picked up a cool-headed because I survived 10 ricochets and non-penetrations. Again, not a badge you normally get in a Fifi. And I picked up a Stark's medal for getting at least 2 enemy hits and losing 2/3 of my hit points in the process, but getting at least 2 kills as well. And again, another one you don't normally see on an Arty. I picked up a steel wall because I managed to receive potential damage of over 1,000 hit points during the battle and still survive. So quite an unusual battle for a Fifi. You don't often see that combination of medals, but the person I have to thank for that, of course, is the Panzer IV Selbstverletter, the Panzer Selbstverletter 4, who actually saved my neck. It was Newt 55. So well done, Newt 55. You did me a service. You took out that Panzer 1C and enabled me to carry on with the battle. So I ended up with 4th place. Newt got 2nd. I got 706 hit points in damage. I got top when it came to kills with 4, and I came top when it came to base XP of 715. I fired 29 rounds in total, got 8 direct hits, 8 penetration, 4 splash damage of 706 hit points, but 691 hit points of that was at more than 300 meters. I received 155 hits. He was trying to plug me full of holes. 25 of those were penetrations. I also received 130 non-penetrations, bounced off the armor of the Fifi, which is really strong. I had damage blocked by armor of 1,032 hit points in a Fifi. Would you believe it? The Fifi's only got armor of 260 hit points. So to have deflected damage of 1,032, it's nearly 4 times my well, it is 4 times my actual hit points, or just under 4 times. I damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 4 of them. I did damage assistance of 15 hit points. On a premium count, I earned 24,107 credits, but I also received compensation of 45 credits, and that I think was down to the OI bouncing into me right at the start as I was trying to cross the railway line. So the total came to 24,152 credits. After deduction for auto repair and for ammunition resupply, I came away with 19,613 credits. On a premium count, I earned 1,073 experience points, times 2 for the first victory of the day, and an additional 429 for a premium vehicle. I took away 2,575 experience points in total. So, quite an unusual battle, and the reason I featured it, obviously, is because the unusual combination of medals, and the funny thing that happened during the battle when the Panzer 1C found me. Instead of trying to ram me to death, he tried to plug me full of holes, and he gave me a whole host of medals. So, thank you very much to the Panzer 1C driver, and thanks, of course, to Newt for killing the Panzer 1C driver and preventing me from being killed in the process. So well done indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully I'll see you in the next replay.